What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. Today we're going to be talking about EA increasing predetermined interceptions and Superman warp tackles. Now, the first thing that many people that come to this channel is going to say, Gmia, what is a predetermined interception? Well, pretty much what that is a developer thinking that he believes that a defender is so cerebral that he can put himself in an unlikely position to intercept the ball before the quarterback throws the ball. I know that seems technical, and I'm pretty sure that's not the thought process that goes into it when the developers are doing this ridiculous animation. But what happens is, if a 6'7" guy jumps up against a 4'1" squirrel, the 4'1" squirrel is going to pick the ball off. Now, you might say to me, but G-Mite, a guy, a squirrel can be 4'1". Well, there's some really short cornerbacks in the game that are jumping higher than Jimmy Graham and picking him off. Now, one of the advantages of a tall receiver in game, Mike Evans, these big guys, Calvin Johnson, Randy Moss, is to throw the ball up in the air. EA Sports has made it impossible to take advantage of that in a realistic fashion. So what that means is they are going to continue to do this. They've been doing it for about 3 or 4 years. Actually, it was right after the Madden 16 patch. Shout out to everybody that came together and said, you know what, let's create a patch that's going to destroy the Madden world and put it in the game. Madden 16, after that patch, where they wanted, the whole patch was to stop Brashad Perriman. Think about that. Brashad Perriman had like a 97 speed, and all he was doing was what the game intended because he was a 97 speed. It didn't matter that he was a silver card. It goes by his speed. He's obviously supposed to be faster than everybody else. EA panicked, created a patch that will go down in history as one of the worst things ever to be done in a video game franchise. And not to outdo themselves, they have continued those type of things within the patch into the future Madden games. So when we get into the Superman warp tackles, what happens is, I used to call it, sliding into your DMs. What happens is they wanted to stop Brashad Perriman in Madden 16, so they created an animation that even if you were 5 or more yards away from another player, they could slide into you as an animation. And then they've built off of that, creating even more ridiculousness in the game, and now dudes die from like 10 yards away and they'll warp tackle you. So throughout this video, I'm going to show you a couple things, but obviously with the way that they've done what they've done, you've experienced it as well. We spoke about Weekend League, we spoke about a lot of things. We all go through the same things. It's just different reactions. Like you guys will break a controller. I've gotten over that. I have 5 broken controllers, and each one is $50, and Amazon is just laughing at me every time I order one, so I don't want to keep doing it. So I have enough self-control to stop breaking controllers. You guys will eventually get to that point as well. It is very hard during a weekend league where you're better than your opponent, and the guy has no kneecaps and he regularly goes to the gym and does squats. Like, you lose to guys like that, it drives you insane. So let me break this down for you. You see the way that Jimmy Graham has position on the outside of the corner, right? It looks good. He's 6'7", Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie about 6'2", that's fine, but it's all about positioning. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna look at this. Now, Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie is ready to turn into, Xavier from X-Men, and he's going to know what's going to happen, so he's putting himself in a position to push off his chest and to dive backwards for an interception. As ridiculous as that may sound, this animation actually happens on a regular basis. It's unbelievable that they've gotten away with this for so long. So now Jimmy Graham's whole purpose is to tackle the guy instead of reacting to the football. Yes. All of that just happened, and it's happened to you as well. And you probably tried to figure out, what is going on here? Well, it's been going on since about Madden 16, and the developers are ready to go, dude. Like, they just got a couple monster drinks, and they're about to patch the game again. So don't worry about this. This is the least of your worries. What's going to happen next is what's going to get you crazy. Not next in this video, but just next when they patch the game again. Also, I want to point out as well, I did do an adjustment when, I got Taylor Mays back, but I'm going to show you exactly why. Taylor Mays is not that guy. You see, what just happened on that play, that was a stop and go or out and up, and because Taylor Mays' man coverage is so bad at the 84 threshold, he got routed, which is why I got rid of him initially, right? So what I had to do, I forgot to put him in the right position so that he would never play corner, and that was my fault while he was there. He should never be in that situation to play that guy. That should actually be Rod Woodson. So I'm going to adjust my lineup to make sure that that never happens again. Right here, we get a fluky pass interference, but it is what it is, dude. He's going to get something good, too, at the end of the game. Because like I said, I was fighting for the ball, but he, realistically, oh, yeah, die for me. Die. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's Barry Sanders, dude, with a 98 excel and 95 speed. Just dive as far as you can because you're Superman and let EA rejoice in happiness. So look, let me get back to what I was saying, right? I'm going to adjust my lineup and I'll fix that so Rod Woodson is always dealing with that situation for the inside guy. And then what's going to happen is he'll play those routes a lot better than what you just saw right there, because Taylor Mays at this point, he's a zone guy. You know, pretty much 92 zone where he's come up to. He has an 84-man coverage boosted. He's not going to play those routes, so he cannot be in that position. And I don't want to pause the game every game and adjust my lineup, so I'm just going to make it different in my depth chart. If you guys want me to go over that, just let me know in the comments. You just have to make sure that he's not the starting strong safety, and then you can put him anywhere you want, and then you just put somebody else there that's going to keep the chems of your actual theme team. Pretty simple, right? Good. So look, now that we've spoken about the Superman warp tackles and the increased predetermined picks right there as we pick this guy off, because this guy is not a good Madden player, but I remember him from other Maddens. He comes out in under center and he does what he's doing now. You know, he runs the stupidest things possible and just sees what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not really like, oh, I can figure this out. He doesn't know what's going on. Like I told you, many opponents that you lose to, most of them are about 3.5 years old. And that is the audience that EA Sports is probably looking for, because nothing really matters to them but animations and dance moves. So, as you can see, also, additionally, in the most recent patch, they've added more dance moves, dude. Like, yo, party on, Wayne, party on, Garth. Like, that is what it's all about. But you guys don't realize that yet. When the celebration button became one button, all of you guys should have known what EA was doing, but you overlooked it. You didn't pay attention to it. You're like, you know, these guys just, you know, add in celebrations. It does, oh, okay, just warp me then. You have to really pay attention, because now when you try to double tap the button to go down, in some cases you're going to fumble because you're going to dive in the air with the ball, whatever. That was a huge decision. That was a situation where, okay, pick me off again. You see the way it works? He has the position. He's looking at the ball, and then it just changes and the defender picks it. Worst case scenario, he jumps for that ball and DRC, you know, tips it away or something. That's realistic. Like, you know, where your brain can comprehend what's going on. What you're looking at is like we're in the Matrix, because we can't understand what did we do to EA Sports that they would do this to us, and nobody can answer that. Nobody knows what's going on. That guy's in zone. Derek Brooks has like a 92 zone, by the way. You know what? He's gone anyway. I'm gonna get rid of him because he sucks. But the realistic aspect of what's going on that I need you guys to understand, it's very, very simple, right? The game itself is what it is, and it has been for the last 4 or 5 years. Will it change with the next gen going to PS5, the Xbox X, all that stuff? No, because you got to understand, celebrations is what it's all about. It's not about the gameplay. You got to be able to do the Dougie. You got to be able to rep your set. It's a lot of ridiculous things that go on in the game, but you have to appreciate that they've been able to get away with this for this long. It's absolutely amazing to me that they do this. Look, even with him being activated like that, him being able to fall backwards over and over with that same animation is ridiculous. So, you know, Jimmy Graham, you're right. You're right, bro. Listen, I'm sorry. Look, dude, I don't know. You're asking me, he's asking you guys. Bro, look, I don't know. You got to talk to the EA development team and find out exactly who came up with the fact that a dude can teleport backwards, fall backwards completely, and pick the ball off over and over again with the same animation. Completely ridiculous and unacceptable, but it doesn't matter, because we're going to find ways to deal with it, right? What are we going to do? We've been complaining about it for years. They've been asking us for feedback. We've been given the feedback. Maybe some of you guys like that, and you ask for more warp tackling, more Superman warps, more predetermined. Maybe that's right there, more throws through your body. Maybe that's what you guys want. And some of us are just on the outside looking in, like right here. We're going for 6. Now, I knew he was going to do that. Many of you guys don't understand. You have to know the tendency, because all he needed was a first down. But he figured that I was stopping the run, so he went into that. And okay, right there, we just A-gapped him. But I had to make sure he understood that, okay, I'm not going to do anything except for pick the ball off right here. You see what I'm saying? Like, pick the ball. Oh, celebrate then, because it's one button. So we don't got to press 3 no more. It's easy, so everybody can do it. And now I can just celebrate at any time during the play, and it's a beautiful thing. Never mind the gameplay, guys. There's a lot of things going on in this video alone. Some things I didn't touch on, but I will continue to educate you guys about what's actually going on and how we're going to overcome it. To be completely honest, you're just going to have to continuously outplay your opponent and EA Sports. That's the only way you're going to win games. So for all of you guys, you know, that broke control this weekend, it is what it is. Give a moment of silence for your remote. And that's pretty much it. We're going to move on and go right to the next Weekend League because we're creatures of habit. I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. Until next time, one love, y'all.